Okay, so we are going to look at some examples. We are going to try and evaluate. We are going to evaluate some examples. That's right. So basically, the part we are looking at is what? Substitution. Substitution. You are substituting into the what? Into the fraction. So if, see this. Now, if x over y is equal to 2 over 3, if x over y is equal to 2 over 3, they said evaluate 4x minus y all over what? 5x minus 2y. So you evaluate that. Evaluate 4x minus y all over what? 5x minus 2y. Now, whenever you encounter a question like this, now from what you can see that there's like x over y is equal to 2 over 3. Now, simply put, what this means, solution, what this means is that x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3. That's what it means. Despite the fact that you said x over y is equal to 2 over 3. So it just means that x is for 2, y is for what? 3. Then I told you to evaluate this. What you will do is this. All you just need to do is you substitute. Where you see x, are you seeing me? Where you see x, you replace it with 2. So that will be 4 open bracket what? 2 minus, where you see y, you replace it with 3. So we're looking at this question, please. So all over 5 open bracket 2 minus 2 open bracket what? 3. Thank you. So what do we do from here? From here, that will be what? 4 times 2. That is 8 minus 3 all over what? 5 times 2, that is 10 minus 6. So 8 minus 3 is 5 over what? 4. So that is one whole number, 1 over 4. That is it. It's quite simple and direct. So now we're going to move on to what we call equations involving fraction. Equations involving, I'm sure we are through writing this.
No, please.
Equations involving fractions. So that is the next thing. Equations involving fractions. Equations involving fractions. Equations involving fractions. So now in this case now, remember, I want you to remember certain things. That in mathematics, are you getting me? Whenever they say something is an equation, that means there is the addition of the words equality sign. That means there's equality sign involved. That is when it is what? An equation. It tells you that what? There is an equality sign involved. Now, for the next series of questions we'll be looking at. Let's take a look at this. They said solve example. They said solve the equation. Solve the equation, meaning that eventually you'll be getting an answer. Solve the equation x minus 5 all over x minus 2 is equals to x minus 6 all over x minus 4. That is the question. Solve this equation. Now, whenever you encounter an equation like this, It's quite simple. What you need to do is simple. What do? If you look at it, the denominator, we have a common denominator. What do I mean by having a common denominator? That means everything here is covered. So the next thing you do is what? You will cross multiply. Cross multiply. So meaning that this will multiply this and this will multiply this. That's what it means. So you can say that will be x minus 5 is a number on its own, is multiplied by x minus 4. It's a number on its own. Is equals to x minus 2. It's a number on its own. That's why we're putting it in this bracket. Is multiplied by x minus 6. So on its own. So what do? So you expand. Now, at this stage, you expand. I taught you that last week, so you shouldn't have any issue with it. At this stage, you expand. So when you're expanding, that means this will multiply everything here. Why this will multiply everything here? This will also multiply everything here, and this will multiply everything here. Is of expansion. So this x that we have here will multiply x minus 4 minus 5 open bracket what? X minus 4. Close it. Is equals to what? You come here. X open bracket what? X minus 6 minus 2 open bracket what? X minus 6. So what do? We open the brackets. So x multiplied by x is what? X squared minus 4x minus 5x plus 20. Why? Because minus times minus is what? Plus.
It's plus.
Minus times minus is plus. So 5 times 4 is 20. So the same thing here, x squared minus 6x minus 2x plus. So this is going to become x squared. Now what do? You now what? You rearrange. You rearrange. That's what you're supposed to do. You do what? You rearrange. Upon rearranging, or you collect items, anyone. Is it that you rearrange or you collect items? Now this is x squared. This is x squared here. So what will happen? That will become x squared. If this guy comes here, that will become minus x squared. Then you have minus 4x. If this minus 6x comes here, it becomes plus 6x. You have minus 5x here. If this minus 2 comes here, that will become what? Plus 2x. Then you have plus 20 here. If this plus 12 comes here, it becomes minus 12. Is equals to what? 0. Because eventually you won't have anything on this left hand, right hand side. So what do? X squared minus x squared is gone. That is 0. Minus 4x plus 6x. That is plus 2x. Plus 2x minus 5x. That would be what? Minus 3x. Minus 3x plus 2x. That would be what? Minus x. Then here you now have what? 20 minus 12. That is equals to what? 0. That will become minus x is equals to what? Minus 8. Minus to cancel out minus. X is equals to what? 8. X is equals to 8. So it's quite simple and direct. I'm sure we can see what we've done. It was multiplied, we expanded, and then we what? Added. It's as simple as that. And like I said, it's an equation, so you're expected to get an answer. So we've gotten an answer here. Unlike expression, most times expressions, all of the answers are, the answer will be left as an expression in most cases. All right, guys. So we move on. So let's look at another way a question can be set. Another way question can be set. They say solve this equation. Solve the equation 8 over y plus 4y is equals to minus 1 over minus 12. You have 8 over y plus 4y is equals to minus 12. Look at this. Now, for a question like this, what do? What's the first thing you do? You can't say, you can't do what we did before, where we said cross multiply. The reason is because if you look at this, we don't have a common denominator here. So if at all we are to cross multiply, it will be best for us to have a common denominator, at least on this side, because here, automatically you have divisible all over 1 here. It's invisible, it's there. Are you following me? So what do? Yes. Find the LCM of y and 1. So that will be what? Y. Y divided by y is what? 1. 1 times 8 is what? 8. Plus y in 1, y. Y times 4y, that is what? 4y squared is equal to what? Minus 12. So from here, we now have a common denominator. What do? We can now decide to what? Cross multiply. Because of the common denominator we have now, we cross multiply. So from here, I can say this will be 8 plus 4y squared